Imagine that you've gone to school for a profession and everybody's telling you that you're top 2 in the world at something, and when you get out, we're just gonna throw a number out there, $50,000 right off the bat when you get into your profession. That's it. You've already done everything. You done put in the work. You've proved yourself amongst everything, all the competition out there. You are that guy. And then all of a sudden, somebody comes out of left field for absolutely no reason at all. You've not done any performances since you graduated, anything like that. And then all of a sudden, they're telling you, not only are you going to be dropped down to $40,000 a year, but you've gone from top 2 to 46. Bro, that's exactly what they're doing to Cormani McClain with this thing with ON3 recruits. Somehow he has inexplicably dropped from a top 2 prospect or top 1 or top cornerback in the country and a top 2 prospect to number 46 and a 4-star. Now, a lot of people are wondering how that happened. We have absolutely no clue. On3 hasn't said anything about it, but this is still the On3 ranking system. Now, 24/7 Sports, we checked them earlier today, and it's showing him that he's top 12 or what have you. So he did drop down to 12 from number 2, but he's still CB1 in the country. And that's just something that's just weird because a lot of people are wanting some answers with this. I have my own thoughts on why this possibly happened, and we're gonna talk about that in 1 second. But before we get started, make sure y'all like the video and comment what you think down below, because that helps us out tremendously, helps us drive the algorithm, helps us get going, and it just helps the channel out, all of that good stuff. We're gonna be dropping heat every day of the week, several times a day, man. Look, sports related stuff all the time. Gonna try to keep them short, try to keep them brief, just like something I used to do back in the day in 2009, 5 easy minutes. Wish that channel was still up, but I just don't have access to it. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is we dropping the heat, and this is where we are now. So without further ado, good afternoon. It's afternoon. Good afternoon out there in wherever you are, man. But if nobody told you this today, just remember, you my brother, you my sister, and I love you. Hopefully you having an outstanding day, and we just gonna get right into this quick little bit of news, man. So one person says, Anthony Rick, he just says, how and why my man's dropped a whole star. The people want to know. People want to know, man. Like, you can't just come in there and tell somebody one day you're this, you're a 4-star, you're a 5-star, and then all of a sudden you just drop a whole star inexplicably. You have not played since then. Nobody's seen you perform, all of that. But I think the only other thing is, a lot of people thought that maybe number 2 was too high, but number 46 though? How do you go from 2 to 46 overnight, inexplicably? There's been absolutely no performances. The only performance that he had since the last ranking, I mean, it was just regular. You playing against other stars, you playing against other people, everybody there is good, and he held his own, so it is what it is. But it's just one of those things where it just makes you wonder. Like I said, I still got my own theories on this, but we just gonna go through what everybody else is talking about. Hey, the one Buff says, I'll stick with 24/7 Sports composite here, which is number 9 overall and CB1. And he's still CB1. Like I said, I did check 24/7 Sports, and they had him. Sometimes he was ranked as high as number 2, and I think the last time I checked it a few minutes ago, he was number 12 or what have you. But still a 5-star over there. So hey, it is what it is. Another Chip Edwards says, I don't know if he's a top 2 like some sites, but 46 is crazy. That's what I'm saying. How do you inexplicably drop from number 2 to 46 overnight? No explanation. Nobody has anything to say about it. That's some show enough. Who's the master? What it say? I'm gonna ask you one more time, Leroy. Who's the master? Show enough. Hey, look, man. He says on cheeks. On cheeks is trash. Feels like they just try to be different. A lot of times you do have that in media and all that. They just want to be different. They want to be the one. We want to be the first one to say something, the first one to break the news, the first one to do this, do that, all that good stuff. So I definitely understand that. And like a lot of times, maybe they're trying to be the Skip Bayless of ranking sites. They just want to be, I'll say anything as long as I'm able to be different about it or what have you. Hey, SBC says, LMAO, he really must be coming to Miami. Hey, and another, like I said, that must be one of those things that I'm talking about, bro. I have a theory on it, and like I said, once I get to the end of these tweets, we're gonna talk about it. But a lot of people are theorizing that this is something that they're trying to do to hurt someone else. And if they're doing that at the expense of a young man, it's just despicable, and I just don't think it's cool, man. Hey, look, this Justin B Hollywood says these superior leaders in the media outlets and a lot of the teams in the CFP don't want Coach Prime to prove that he has the blueprint. He's setting a trend, he's setting a trend, or that he's more than capable of setting a new standard for college football when they told him he couldn't. And a lot of people think that that's exactly what it is. I tend to think that that's what it is, but let's say we're going to get a little bit more into it in 1 second. They says, Deshaun Adams says, yet left Arch Manning as a 5-star based off of what? And a lot of people don't like Arch Manning. They think Arch Manning ain't like that. Do you think he's that guy? I'm gonna reserve everything. We just report the news. I'm not gonna have an opinion on a whole lot of stuff except for this. I am gonna have an opinion at the end, but like I said, here we go. And last but not least, Marek says, man, him on one side and Travis Hunter on the other side playing for Deion Sanders would be tough. USC versus Colorado would be must-see TV. And like I said, a lot of people are thinking along the lines of what Justin said, man. And like you said, like these superior sports sites in college football, they don't want to see Coach Prime succeed. They don't want to see him do anything great, or they don't want to feel like it's just so much stuff where they feel like you gotta go out there, you gotta earn it, you gotta fight for it and claw for everything that you have. And Deion Sanders, like I said, bro, I grew up in the 80s, 90s. I seen Deion from inception until what he is now, and Deion has always done everything with a flair and a fire that is unmatched by anybody else and anything else. A lot of people don't like his swagger and bravado. They don't like the fact that he's gonna come in there. He's been able to come in there and be king of the portal, and also get a lot of these recruits they weren't already committed to other places, but other places thought that they already had committed to them. He's been able to come in and flip a lot of these recruits. A lot of people don't like that, and so they don't want him to get CB1 and a 5-star athlete 2 years in a row. So maybe this is a fiendish plan to do that. Look, do whatever you want to, try to knock his class, do whatever you want to Deion. That's a grown man, but doing this at the expense of a young man that he ain't done anything to anybody, and all he's trying to do is play football, and to do that to him because he's going to try to go somewhere and you want to try to hurt Deion's class, his his recruiting class status, and you don't want him to have one of the top recruiting classes with all those numbers, because that's where he's headed if they continue to pull in recruits like they have. That's just despicable. I just think it's one of those things. You can't do stuff like that. How can you call yourself a reputable site if you conducting business like that? I'm not saying that that's what they're doing, but that's what a lot of people feel like they're doing. They feel like this is an attack that's single-handedly aimed at Deion Sanders, and they want to make him, they just want to hurt his recruiting class and all that good stuff, because right now he's got the #1 recruiting class. People moving through the portal and all of that, or at least the last time I checked, he might be 1, 2, wherever. He's top 3 right now, and he's at the top of that. And they were not there Colorado was not there prior to Deion coming in there. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Is this an attack that's aimed at Deion? And is it something that they're trying to do where they just don't want him to have as high a recruiting class as they think he is, and they don't want him to flip the #1 or #2, top 2 recruit or 5-star recruit twice in almost one calendar year? I guess it would be, because Travis Hunter went out there. I mean, it's almost one calendar year, not the same year, but y'all understand what I'm saying. Anyway, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, and I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. Till the next time. It's your boy Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Town.
Godspeed.